have a look at the team. Starting with team 1, we've got Pathfinder, Turokman, Ptashor, I Like to Eat, and Behavior, and they're gonna go against TK Gypsy, FJF, Spartaco, Frances Scope, and Quality Housewife. Let's have a look at the positions that the players are gonna land on, and at the moment it looks like they are all getting ready to go. Very interesting planets. Chungus planet, it's one of these that I've actually never seen them play on before. It's a 5v5 map, and it looks like they are picking a starting position, and we are ready to go. Let's have a look at team 1, starting with Pathfinder, and it looks like he is gonna go for a bot factory straight away. Very good approach coming here from Pathfinder. Classic approach as well, as bot factories are the most common factories that are being built early into the game. And it looks like Turokman, he is not gonna go for that. Instead, he is gonna go for a metal extractor and energy plant instead, and now he is gonna go for a bot factory as well. Lovely stuff coming here from Turokman, although I'm surprised not to see a factory being built before anything else, but still good. He's still early into the game, anything can happen. Let's have a look at Ptashor, and already on his second factory, that's gonna be a bot factory as well. Love to see that expansion so early into the game. It looks like Ptashor, well, we are looking forward to some amazing gameplay coming from this man as well, because he is really talented in terms of army production and definitely management. And it looks like he is gonna send his units over towards his enemy straight away. That's an absolutely fantastic man. It looks like we have some kind of a rabbit in the middle of the map. This is absolutely fantastic. This is not something we see every day. A rabbit in the middle of the map. That's brilliant. I Like to Eat, looks like he is gonna go for a couple of the doxes, and he's got an air factory in place as well. And looks like, well, 2 minutes in, and we can already see advanced bot factory. Once this, if he can manage to keep this factory alive and prevent anybody from destroying it 2 minutes into the game, and making a advanced bot factory, like, this is gonna be big. Last man on team 1, that's going to be Behavior, and looks like he's going for Sparxes and the Hummingbirds as well to support. And this commander looks like he's going to go for another bot factory as well. This is a little bit of my style of approach, going for Sparks and going for Hummingbirds early into the game. This is like kind of a thing that I did very recently on this stream today, in case you guys have seen it. So this is kind of my strategy kind of thing, but we can see that Behavior is definitely much more aggressive than I am, and he is already scouting for his enemies. You know where his enemies are coming from, and now it's time to create some kind of defenses. Let's have a look at team 2, starting with TK Gypsy. And TK Gypsy, well, it looks like he's got very little amount of area consolidated, only a single factory and not a single attack unit. You better hope that you're not gonna get attacked, Gypsy, otherwise that's not really gonna good look for you. You have no one but your commander to defend your base, and that's gonna be a little bit problematic if you are to get attacked. But we still have another 4 players on your team. Let's have a look what they're up to, starting with FJF. Classic approach coming here from FJF. Plenty of vehicle and bot factories, but no advanced vehicle or bot factory just yet. Another vehicle factory is coming from FJF as well. Lovely stuff so far. Let's have a look at Spartaco. Spartaco looks like, well, he was gonna go for a factory over here, but instead he is gonna go for an advanced bot factory over here, and he is clashing against FJF already. That's gonna be quite a big thing. Probably a top 2 players are working together to neutralize the threat, and they have done it successfully. Ptashor attempted to make something happen here, but it simply did not work out, and Ptashor is gonna press on. The only problem is 2 most powerful players are right next to each other, so it's gonna be a little bit difficult for team 1 to create the opening and potentially deal a threat towards either FJF or Spartaco. This is gonna be a difficult position to deal with right now, but Ptashor tries his best, tries to make something happen, presses on the attack, tries to take down some of these metal extractors, but he's gonna be unsuccessful. Spartaco's got solid amount of units on the field as well, and I like the fact that how Spartaco is keeping them separate to prevent extra damage being dealt towards him, but doesn't change the fact that he is doing absolutely fantastic. Ptashior presses on. He's gonna try to make something happen here. He's got quite a lot of drifters on the battlefield actually, and drifters are quite an effective tanks as long as they don't being attacked close range by stuff like Infernos or any tier 2 units. So despite aggression that is coming from Spartaco, Ptashior is doing very well. Let's have a look at Francescop, and Francescop at the moment, well, looks like he is being solidly attacked by I Like to Eat, and I Like to Eat presses on very aggressively. Looks like he might potentially take down that radar, but no, he is just gonna press on his doxes right into the jaws of his opponent. And Frances, well, he hasn't really lost that many units in this game, and he is gonna press on, and we should see a counter attack anytime soon. Last man on team 2, Quality Housewife, already making his advanced vehicle factory as well, and Quality Housewife is another very fantastic player on team 2 as well. It looks like FJF, Spartaco and Quality Housewife excuse me, it's gonna be quite a big trio. Looks like, well, Quality Housewife has already created a portal so he can send his units over even faster. He's gonna try to attack Behavior, but Behavior is holding very well with that use of Grenadiers. But that portal, well, Quality Housewife is constantly sending more and more units over. He is also making a Pelter to be used as long range artillery, and he is gonna press on, and at the moment looks like Quality Housewife is really making it happen on this side of the map. Let's have a look at Frances, because he is going very aggressively towards I Like to Eat, and I'm actually very interested to see who is going to win this fight. Looks like I Like to Eat is slowly being pushed back towards his base, but it's not gonna be enough. He does manage to take down his enemy, and that tank is gonna be the last thing that Francis Cop is gonna have on a battlefield, and that's gonna be taken down as well. Let's have a look at Pathfinder, because Pathfinder has been really quiet this game. He is gathering his units at the moment. 60 units are awaiting for orders. He also has got an advanced bot factory on as well. Actually, yeah, this is advanced vehicle factory is coming on the battlefield as well. So he is about to strike his enemy with a solid amount of firepower. Only problem with that though is he isn't really attacking anybody, which he could, because he has some solid amount of units right now. But at the moment, it looks like, well, that's not gonna last very long. I'm a little bit concerned for TK Gypsy, because even though he's got an advanced vehicle factory, he isn't really doing anything in order to make some units. Instead, he just closed himself off in the box, and that box, well, it's not gonna last really long, because the player opposite to him is in fact a Pathfinder, and if Pathfinder can attack with the units that he's already got, I am pretty sure that he will take down TK Gypsy with absolutely no problem. Getting through these walls is going to be quite easy, unless these cannons are going to be made. These cannons are going to be quite a good piece of defense, but we got to keep in mind that Pathfinder, he's got Grenadiers, and in fact he's got quite a lot of them, which means it's going to be quite difficult to actually for TK Gypsy to maintain his position, especially that we can see tier 2 units are already in place. Let's have a look at FJF actually. Let's have a look if he has these tier 2 units already, and looks like he is beginning to make them. A little bit late for FJF, to be honest, but once he does manage to make them, this is going to be difficult. I cannot imagine Team 2 actually losing this game, as FJF, Spartaco and Quality Housewife are playing on the same team. And even though Team 1 has Ptashior, he is really heavily being attacked by Spartaco. with the use of tier 2 units. Well, we can see that Ptasher, he has both advanced bot and vehicle factory, but they have only just started to make units. Portal is being initiated by Ptasher, and that could be something worth seeing. There comes the attack. Though the portal looks like portal's gonna be taken down, and that's gonna be a big no-no for Ptasher. Have a look at that attack from FJF. This is exactly what I was saying. You let FJF put his hands on tier 2 units, and that's gonna be a welcome back, Monster Gaming. Like I said, guys, FJF, you give him tier 2 units, this man is unstoppable. He is literally engulfing Turokman, and there is absolutely nothing he can do about it. Like, just look at that firepower. FJF is just literally going straight through his enemy, leaving absolutely nothing but wrecks behind. Like, this is just absolutely fantastic. FJF once again proven to be absolutely unstoppable, and there is absolutely no support coming towards Turokman as well. His commander is very much exposed, and his fire is already concentrating on that commander, and it looks like FJF, well, we are seconds away from Turokman to be destroyed, and that commander is taking solid amount of damage, and he is gonna go taking down. Turokman is gonna be a first man annihilated in this match by nobody else but FJF. There goes Pathfinder as well with some of his units as well, but I feel like he's a little bit too late. And even though, well, Pathfinder, he's got quite a lot of units, definitely not something that he can use against FJF, although that was a very good use of that portal. He does manage to take down some of these units, but it's nothing in comparison to what FJF has prepared for him. A solid 117 units, and quite a lot of them, unfortunately, my friends, are tier 2 units. That's going to be a big problem for FJF. There comes the attack, trying to damage Pathfinder's economy, slow down the production of units before he can advance any further. Lovely stuff coming here from FJF. Remember, guys, if you want to win the game of PA Titans, don't attack enemy commander directly. Attack the metal extractors first, because these are, once you destroy them and you put the pressure on your enemy, they are very, very difficult to reclaim. Looks like Pathfinder is going to try to make something happen, but FJF, not only with solid amount of units, but also with the solid map control, and there is nothing that even Pathfinder can do to stop him. That's some solid piece of attack coming here from FJF. Once again, absolutely doesn't stand a chance against his enemy. Although, no, absolutely not a chance. FJF is gonna press on. He's a little bit sandwiched. Commander is quite close to that fight, and that's gonna be a little bit problematic for Pathfinder at the moment. Especially that Gillies are also in position, using their long range cannons to take care of FJF. FJF realized at this point, oh yeah guys, I'm gonna be a little bit of a trouble here. Pathfinder is gonna be a challenging opponent, and I might potentially need some support over here if I want to stop this from happening. So far it looks well. FJF took care of Turokman. Now he's got Pathfinder to deal with. It. Pathfinder, he's doing better than I thought, and he is doing absolutely phenomenal job. He also got some stitches on a battlefield as well, healing his tier 2 tanks as well. This is what we like to see from Pathfinder. Actually, I definitely wasn't expecting this level of aggression, and a Titan is coming from FJF as well, and in fact he's making it very, very quickly, dedicating solid amount of units towards it. Only problem with FJF, his economy is only at 50% efficiency, which means he is going to struggle. FJF is throwing everything he's got towards Pathfinder at the moment, and I gotta say, it takes quite a lot of bravery and quite a lot of good decision making to go against FJF Pathfinder side. I will definitely give you a credit here, because what you're doing right now is absolutely fantastic. Although FJF is winning this fight and a Titan is not even ready, but you definitely held your ground for quite some time. And you gotta keep in mind, well, FJF will not hesitate right now. Look at that attack coming from Spartaco as well. Taking care of Ptashor, the most powerful man on this battlefield right now. And Ptashor, well, not in a very bad situation. Absolutely not a chance for survival. The fire is concentrated on your commander right now. And Ptashor is gonna be the next one down. Definitely well done to Spartaco over here. Ptashor stood no chance. Spartaco kept putting the pressure on him from the very beginning, and then finally, after a 15-minute fight, does finally manage to kill the main player on that battlefield. Switching back to FJF, looks like he is still presses on against the Pathfinder. But we gotta keep in mind, if Spartaco will manage to break through towards Pathfinder, that's gonna be quite a big no-no. We can see I Like to Eat, he's got his commander very much exposed right now, and Spartaco is gonna have no problem whatsoever reaching that commander, and he already spotted him with the use of his air units. He knows exactly what is going on. His commander is in place, and now Spartaco is gonna try to take care of business here. Bumblebees are gonna be taken down. Spartaco taking care of his enemies' air units, doing absolutely fantastic so far. Those hummingbirds are definitely doing a job superbly here, and it does look like, well, Spartaco is literally, once again, he is going through his enemies as well. Francis Kopp as well, doing absolutely fantastic, trying to go towards I Like to Eat as well. It's really not looking good for Team 1 right here, guys. And it looks like, well, Spartaco, what a fantastic piece of effort right here. Like, Spartaco and FJF have really showed their skills in this match. And it looks like we're gonna have another kill in 3, 2, 1. And I Like to Eat annihilated by Spartaco as well. Definitely something that we haven't seen in a while. I missed commentating PA titles, and there's a reason for it, because there are certain players in this game that are simply impossible to kill. 2v2, yes, I will do a 2v2 Lorek after this game. And looks like FJF, now he is going towards Pathfinder. And it looks like Spartaco is going to initiate his attack against Behavior. And Behavior absolutely doesn't stand a chance. Looks like Francis Kopp is also getting involved as well. Quality Housewife has been way too quiet this game, and is now getting involved as well, initiating solid attack. And Pathfinder, after such a long time, has finally been annihilated by FGF. Good fight from Pathfinder though, and Behavior is going to be a last man on Team 1, and now everybody is going to focus on him. Absolutely not a chance of survival here. Map control is way too little here to stay alive, and Behavior is gonna get taken down in any time now. FJF is not gonna take the glory of the final kill, and who's gonna take that kill? Is it gonna be Quality Housewife or Spartaco? It's gonna be Spartaco. I cannot give MVP this match because Spartaco and FJF, they both created opening, managed their armies, put the pressure on the enemy. Absolutely fantastic. Let's take a look at statistics, guys, and look at that from Spartaco and FJF. In the late game, mid game, Pathfinder has also been doing fantastic. I Like to Eat was doing pretty good as well in the mid game as well, but then eventually there's been too much pressure from Spartaco on him, and his unit production has dropped down eventually. But FJF and Spartaco, let's have a look at FJF and Spartaco by themselves, because these two guys have absolutely been fantastic. Let's put Pathfinder on this as well. Have a look at that from FJF. They've been pretty much the same in the early game, but then we could see Spartaco dropped a bit. Pathfinder remained at the pretty much steady line, but FJF just shot straight up and Annihilate just took care of business. Absolutely fantastic. GG, guys.